Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old Bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history. And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
She's taking things back into the ring.
Big clothesline!
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and man.
Goodness gracious. Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurry.
Elbow drop with authority. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Naomi put a stop to that.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. This game's about winning at any and all costs. This competitor knows exactly what they want to do. Perched on the top rope. Here it is! Superplex! The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
Elbows and...
Followed by a swinging neckbreaker.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE. And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
Bombardment from the...
Looking to seal the deal, guys.
Gets the shoulder up after one there.
Getting the shoulder up before two tells me the end is not near. Japanese arm drag.
Ouch. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. Nice hip toss.
What a show of disrespect from Bayley.
She gets put in the corner. Boom. That puts her on the offensive. Springboard off the top rope.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack. Get back here. Leg lariat.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Taking off from the ropes. Adrenaline pumping. Here she goes. Top rope.
Perched up top. Diving leg drop.
She's returning to the top immediately. Taking flight.
Bang, what a splash. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Bringing this back into the ring.
Sentai!
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
And a carefully measured knee drop. Incoming.
Might be going high risk here.
Perched up top.
Oh, God. Terrible landing on the outside.
I don't care who you are. You're not the same after suffering a crash landing like that.
Bayley left an opening for the counter. And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here. Lift off.
Look out below! Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the titles can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
A defensive elbow to the gut ends that.
Saw it coming and avoided it.
Vicious double axe handle.
Double axe handle finds the mark.
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Bayley's got to slow down this assault.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. We're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. Yet for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
Naomi can't be stopped right now. Miscalculation on that one.
Byron, you talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Getting lifted to the top rope.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Great thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the? I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was going head-to-head, putting each other to the test.
Ooh, just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
Looks like we got ourselves a brawl here.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
It's locked in. And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her.
Nasty kick.
That was just disrespectful. Can the champ recover from that?
Oh. Hold on a second. Could be a matter of time. Submission being locked in.
Arm trap and this cattle mutilation is fully locked in. And now the panic is setting in. She's on the doorstep of defeat.
Can she escape?
No, we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the Women's Champion, Naomi!
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.